Welcome to Speak Up, Speak Out, the go-to channel for leaders, professionals and change makers who want to communicate effectively, advocate for change, and have difficult conversations with ease. My name is Dr. Maame for Nikabs, your host. You weren't born afraid to speak. You've been trained to stay silent. My name is Dr. Maame for Nikabs, a communications expert, and today I'm going to show you how to unlearn that fear of speaking. I remember growing up, secondary school, we were told ladies are seen and not heard. And so we were conditioned, like many of you have been, that it is wrong to speak up. Society, for instance, expects us women and people from minority backgrounds not to speak up. If you're a woman who speaks up, you are either labeled as assertive or aggressive. But listen on. In the book of Numbers 25, 4 young ladies spoke up, demanded for what they wanted, what was rightfully theirs, and the law was changed. So can you. They were young, but they chose to speak up. They forgot about the fear and spoke up. The choice is really yours. Would you continue in silence, or you would choose to speak up, own your voice, and command the respect and recognition that is due you? I'm sure you are. Keep on watching. Now, before we even go into the strategies, let's talk about reframing fear. Now, the truth about fear is that people always make the false assumption that confidence comes first. But it's the other way around. Confidence comes after you speak. And once you are able to speak up for the first time, the fear subsides. Now, the other thing about fear is that, what's the popular definition of fear? False evidence appearing real. It is really irrational. It is not the truth, but it's a false belief and false assumption that you hold that really prevents you from using your voice and demanding for the change that you want to see, either in your workplace, in your family, or society at large. So I want you to understand that the fear of speaking really is not the fear of speaking, but is the fear of rejection. What if they say no? What if I'm considered as being too pushy? What if they think of me? We are always conscious about what other people will think about us. Can I encourage you to think about yourself first for once and ask for what you truly deserve? Now let's get into the strategies. So I'm going to share with you my 5-step framework to gaining confidence, the confidence that you need to overcome the fear that you have for speaking up. Step 1, you have to recognize your saboteurs or your negative mind. So the things that keep telling you you're not good enough, your voice is not needed, you don't have a contribution to make. You need to recognize them, that they are the things that are fueling fear. Recognize it. So mine is perfectionism. I'm a perfectionist by nature. So I would say to myself, I don't have a perfect answer. What if I make a mistake? What if I say something that sounds stupid or dumb? And so that will prevent me from speaking up. Yours as well might be fear of criticism, which perfectionists, many of us have. What if I'm criticized for saying this? What if others in the room don't buy into this? Now, for those of you who are pleasers, who want everyone around you to like you, you might say, what if I say this or I ask for this and the people dislike me or they don't like me anymore? The truth of the matter is, everybody won't like you. So why should that hold you back from asking for what you truly deserve? Recognize your saboteurs. The things that prevent you from speaking up is the first step. Step number 2, build your confidence with small wins. So how can you start small? Maybe at home, for example, instead of staying silent during a family conversation, can you add something? Can you make a contribution? At work, with your partner, with your kids, with your parents, can you use your voice? Now, when you start small, you build your confidence muscle. Celebrate the small wins. Recognize that, in fact, today, instead of staying silent, I actually put up my voice, or I put up my hand and I said something. Celebrate that win. So start small. Look at the daughters of Zelophehad, for example. They didn't make a lot of noise. They recognized that there was a need, there was something that had to be addressed. And so they addressed that situation hands-on, with all confidence and boldness. So start small, and as you start and you start building your wings, you build up your confidence muscle. Use powerful language. Use body language. Maintain eye contact. Believe in what it is that you are asking for. Because if you don't believe in what you are asking, how do you expect the other person to believe in it? And you can show that you believe in what you are saying or you are asking for with your body language. So use positive body language. Use language that reflects what it is that you're asking for. You can refer to my previous videos on framing, how you frame a request such that your answer is a win. Now, the next section is going into the confidence of signs. What really is confidence? How can you build your confidence, you might ask? Keep on watching. So confidence, like I've said previously, is like a muscle. You know, when you go to the gym and you want to build a six-pack, or you want to tone your legs or your arms, in the beginning, you don't see anything, but as often as you go and you are lifting those weights, doing the exercises, you begin to see definition. You begin to see your muscles toning up. You begin to see that, oh, actually, I'm building six packs. It's the same with confidence. The more you speak, little by little, you don't consider the fear as much as you used to. Ignore the fear. Fear would always be there. Ignore it. Point number 2, I want you to rewire your brain. So ask yourself now, as you're watching me, what are 3 things or what are 3 fears that I have, for example, about speaking up? Write those fears down and rewire them. How would you want to see those fears? Or put differently, how would you want to show up with regards to speaking up? How would you want others to perceive you when it comes to communicating? Rewrite that and use that to rewire your brain and your mind about confidence and speaking up. Step number 3, identify someone in your community, in your workplace, in your family, who you admire for speaking up. Listen to them, watch them as they do it. What can you learn from them? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Listen from those and listen and learn from those around you. So before you sign off today, I would want you to think about one person you admire, one person you aspire to be, one person you look at and you say, I wish I could speak up like this gentleman or that man. Spend some time to listen, to watch, and learn from them. Now, if you found this valuable and you want to take this a step further, I invite you to grab a copy of my book, Speak Up, Speak Out. Link in the comments below. Alternatively, you can work with me one-on-one to expedite your results and help you overcome the fear of speaking up and get what you truly desire and is due you.